Alright guys, here we have it. We have Millo and Slam in Masters of MegaRandom. Something that has been really awkward for me, but really exciting at the same time because everything is really different all the time. Really exciting all the time. We have Franks for Millo here and Slam playing as the Goths. Now, I understand that Millo could be pronounced as Mio. I'm not 100% certain on that. I'm not really going to focus on that too much. Let's talk about the map. So it's a Castle Age start for game one. Random civs. This map, it's somewhat standard with the resources. I mean, there is a large gold and stone pile for each player. It looks like 2 boars, but you do have a spear as a scout. There's a lot of deer available to each player. Apart from that, I'm not seeing too much. Just large gold piles all over the map. And yeah, that's about it. One thing I will say is that Slam has a little bit of water here in the back, and Millo does not have that. That's a little bit unfortunate. And this, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep fish for him. So that's definitely an advantage for Slam, and that's well worth a dock for sure. Alright, we'll see what these players choose to do. It's a Castle Age start, so anything can really happen. But you do want to get your ecos up and running sometimes. And someone actually said on the YouTube comments, and I will probably upload this to YouTube, someone said on the YouTube comments, and this is 100% true, the best players normally just deal with the pressure. They normally aren't too offensive, and they are able to kind of be more of a macro style player where they build up their economies and defend from the attacks more than dish out the attacks. So I feel like Slam will be that type of player here, but Millo is very strong as well. Now the one thing is if you have the spear, you can't scout very well. So if you did just notice, it looks like Millo just found the boars with his villager, and you also don't know what resources you start with. So let's see what Slam has seen at this point. Well, he's seen the water. It's very good for him. Does he see the second boar? He may know the boar's there. It depends on where the boar is going, if it's walking back and forth or what. And also, Slam does have this shorefish as well, so he could build the mill here if he wanted to, and he could collect from that shorefish, which is really nice. It looks like he does know that boar is there. I think Franks have a decent advantage, maybe because they can get the stable out right away and go with the strong knights. Goths, they of course are kind of strong with their infantry, but you need a lot of eco for that. Quite common to maybe just go up with one stable and try and raid with knights, but right now Slam just went for the dock, and that's a huge advantage for him. It looks like there's water down here, and maybe that was supposed to be Millo's, but he didn't get that. That's really sucky for him, to be honest. But right now, level on vills for both these players. No one's really building a stable or anything, and we'll see. Smarthy says, I feel like this map is really lazily made. Oh, I don't know. I certainly with the water, like I don't know how people make maps. I certainly have never made one. I don't know if I'd have the skill to make one. So I can't really tell you, but I feel like some maps are really complicated in MegaRandom and some maps are really simple, and that's what makes it MegaRandom. So maybe with this one, it's one of those simple maps. But this is a really good TC here for Mio. He's going to have woodline and all of these deer here for him, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a second TC up then when he can. Or the third, sorry. Not the second. He already has the second one there. Slam, meanwhile, well, he went for the dock, remember, so he's unable to get that second TC up as early, and he's going for it now, and ooh, wow, the jukes from the spear, from Mio. Ooh, wow, look at that. That guy, he's fast. He's been practicing with Usain Bolt in the off-season, and he's going to now maneuver his way and find the water. I wonder if he's actually going to say something when he finds the water, or if he's going to scout for his own water later in the game. That'd be funny, because he's not going to find it. We'll have to see how much the second TC time for Millo pays off. Right now, he's still on 2. And remember, he can go for the stable, and there it is. This is a Castle Age start. And will we see the stable really do anything? The knight could come out and maybe harass this wood line. Remember, Slam's unable to stone wall as Goths, so that's certainly a factor here, but he's going for another TC right here. So he's just going for the macro approach, TCing, you know, these deer, the stone, the gold. That's a very good TC, actually, as he doesn't have any gold locked down, and he's going for a monastery. And this is a good approach from Slam, who may have actually just... Look at that. With the spear, scouting the stable, so he knows what's coming. And the monastery is really the perfect reaction here. And Slam getting up that other TC now means he'll probably catch up in the Vil count, and he's only 2 behind, and he does have 3 extra fishing ships, so you could say Slam's actually a little bit ahead right now, considering that. He'll have the monk out around the time the knight comes out from Millo here. This is a pretty interesting matchup. Pretty standard matchup, though, for Masters and MegaRandom. I'm not seeing much else going on, but besides this monk and this knight action. There you go. Millo's going to try and change that. And... well, he's going forward with the house, but I imagine he's going to do a lot more than that. Guess we'll have to see. Oh, there's the knight. I didn't see it. And it looks like Slam's going to have to retreat with the 1 villager, and he's going to just... yep, put 1 more palisade wall up there and just keep his woodline safe until his monk gets over there. But what is this Vil doing? Is it going to build, I don't know, maybe a siege workshop? We will have to see. Vils right now, 1 more from Millo. Only with, what, 2 knights? Ooh, the conversion for Slam. Conversion for Slam, that's a big deal. And no, only 1 knight, and it was, of course, the original spear. So that 1 knight got converted then from Millo, and now Slam able to send this out. And that villager might not be able to build this monastery. You're going to have to palisade wall that in. But that's huge, because now Slam's going to see that and maybe threaten that villager's life. Yeah, that fishing is really unfortunate, though, I will say, because that pays off over a long period of time. This village... oh my gosh, that's really close, that palisade wall. That monastery's going to go up. It's interesting that we haven't really seen much military presence from either player. Oh, but the monk's coming out from Slam, and he's going to stop that monastery at 87%. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The funny thing is that the villager is walled in. Like, she's stuck in there. Oh, and then Millo has committed here to get the monk. And there's another monk from Slam. Slam playing that wonderfully. That Vil will probably get out eventually, you would think, but it's stuck in there. And Slam might just be committing, just trying to sucker Millo in here. Get a conversion. Another Vil coming out here from Millo to try and build the monastery. He's actually... why did he delete that? He had to have deleted those palisades. I don't understand why he deleted that. He just let that villager run free. I don't get that. But I believe that's what happened, unless that villager just punched him down real quick, which obviously did not happen. But villager counts right now, Slam is 3 ahead. We have 3 TCs on this side. From Millo, we have, how many from Slam? 3 as well. These guys have booming economies at this point. Not a lot of map presence with military, but knights are coming out now from Millo, and he may be trying to push this way. Meanwhile, a lot of stone coming in from Slam, and he's going to be probably going for a castle here. And there you go, the knights are coming in. Remember the knights? Well, they're Frank knights, so they get the free bloodlines. Well, technically, it's extra 20%. It's actually, Slam getting another conversion. He's been doing a great job with his monks this game. But anyway, the Frank knights do get the extra 20%, so they're at 120 HP, but also the forging and the scale barding is already on these knights, so they are quite strong. And at this point, the only thing Slam's using in defense or offense is just a monastery, and he's just been using the knights he's converted. And maybe that's why Millo is just making scouts. And I suppose the scouts actually are going to have some upgrades, which would be interesting. Maybe they can come back here and do some damage to this area where there's a lot of deer and that 1 shorefish left, which isn't being utilized by Slam. I really would have liked to see a mill there on the shorefish. But there's the castle from Slam. I really don't think these scouts are going to be able to stop that. The monks are there as well, but The scouts are probably created to pick off the monks, so he might engage here, but oh, the monks have just scurried themselves into the TC. And that was wise. Those monks have also been training with Usain Bolt. And it's really, really nice of Usain Bolt to be, you know, training with these AOC units, but he's been doing it over the past couple weeks for this tournament. Those monks are now going to heal up, and I think Slam's going to click up here in a moment's time. Meanwhile, oh gosh, huge difference. I actually think we just have a lot of knights being created, more knights being created from Neo, and that's why he's going to be well behind here, but Slam's going to be in a good position to push this back, mainly because he's going to be Goths. He also has a couple extra villagers and those fishing ships, and he's up against knights, so he's going to be going with pikemen. Oh, but the wall here from Slam, can he complete it? He's probably not paying attention. He just needs one more palisade wall, but he is paying attention. That was huge. Gonna force everything back here. He might even wall here quickly, and he is. Pressure on the right-hand side. Well, couple knights. Not that Slam created, but that he converted, and a pikeman gonna push that back. And I don't know. At this point, I don't think Mio's gonna really be able to do that much. He's going with this ram. Gonna create a couple more out of the siege workshop, but how is he gonna get to this castle when the barracks are all in front? I don't know. Pikemen are gonna come out. We're gonna see help from Slam. Looks like this has actually been stopped, which is great, but units converted again, and Slam seems to be in a good position. We have to see a lot of pressure here from Mio to be able to do anything here. He's got to keep piling on the pressure, guys. Only 10 military from Slam, but he's going to be in the Imperial Age soon. But he is pushed back into this small area, and his gold, well, he does have a lot left right here, but if that does eventually run out, he's going to have to push out to this area, but he still has a lot left, for sure. Enough to last him, like, 10, 20 minutes, so it's probably not a conversation we should be having at this point. The question is, are the knights going to be enough here for Mio as the pikemen are patrolling out, and gonna go for the battering rams first? I just don't know here. Of course, Halb's coming in as well, and it's just going to be an uphill battle here for Mio to be able to deal with this. We are probably going to see some siege come out then as well to take out all of these buildings that Mio has. He's going for chainmail armor. He's going to try and push this back, but you can see here, Monk's got a couple conversions on the Halbs and the pikemen, but that's going to be pushed back pretty easily. And just look at the score difference now. It's going to be really, really difficult. Slam has the build advantage. Mio has yet to even click up. And there's the GG. Quick game. 22 minutes. Expected, really, that the GG would be called at that point. I don't think the fish... I don't think the map generation here was fair. At all. However, I don't think that had a lot to do with it. I thought Frank's had like an early game advantage where the Knights could do something. But Slam just... literally what I said in the beginning. The top players just defend and boom up their ecos and then just win the game after they, you know, get to a certain point with their economies. And that's exactly what happened. Slam defended with the monastery, and there you go. This is what happened. Well played, Slam. All right. So, they're talking about the settings, and I'm making sure they're getting it right. But that's game one, obviously. Thanks for the follows. I think Snarthy was probably the best follow I've had in a couple weeks, I have to say. But let me just update the scores. All right. So Slam's taking the first game. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Swiss boy. Appreciate it. Wow. I should not have tilted my head back as much as I did there. I almost had like water go down the wrong pipe. Thank you, King Louis. King Luis, XVI. King Luis, XVI, that's 14. Or King Luis XIV, I should say. Nimino. Did I get your donation? No, I don't think I did. If it's in a different currency right now, PayPal doesn't send it in. For some reason. Let me get to my PayPal real quick. PayPal, if it's not sent in US dollars, then I don't accept it right away. For some reason. I had a, like a 3 British pounds donation, like, a couple days ago that I wasn't aware of because Twitch alerts didn't tell me about it. And I got the email. I have to accept it. Let me see. There we go. Actually, hold on. I actually received a couple today. I received a €5, a €10 from who I know as Nimino because I know your name, and someone else as well who is, sorry, I have to accept these. Maybe it'll show up then on the stream. But there's a $5 one as well.
Hey, Mom!
Oh! Is that it?
Meatloaf! We want it now!
Thanks for the good streaming. Keep it up.
I think that's it. I think that was the one, unless that was a new one. Let me try this one. We'll try Nimino's. That's the one we know for sure. The game's about to start, so that scares me every time.
Hey, Mom!
Yeah, that's it. Okay, I got it now. I got it now. All right.
Happy birthday. Please don't unmod me, Kappa.
I won't unmod you, I promise. Well, I won't promise because you might do something bad someday. I don't want to make promises I can't keep. Something bad happens.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now!
Hello. Happy birthday, D.
All right, we got them all out of the way. Sorry about that, guys. I was unaware that they were coming in and they were in a different currency. Apparently, I have to go through some different settings or whatever. But you guys are great. I appreciate the support. If it's not in US dollars, it doesn't show up on stream right away. So just let me know and I can fix it. But that's everybody. We have game 2 then. Castle Age start Goths and Mongols. Samio is Goths this time and Mongols then for Slam. And this is an interesting one. So it looks like 3 boars. Looks like a standard, well, I believe it was 6 villager start for both players. Scout though. Well, that's great. It's not a spear this time. Gold, well, 1 gold pile that I can see. Yeah, 1 gold pile, 1 stone pile here for Slam. A little bit of deer. But as Mongols, certainly Slam's going to have a good advantage. I don't know how this is going to go for Mio here if he's unable to get his food eco rolling. Also, the thing for Mio is that Slam's woodline is really close. And Mio's woodline is quite far away. He's like he's really exposed. Slam might be inclined to go aggressive. The gold then for Mio is back here, which is good. He has the stones on the left-hand side. But there are small ponds, which I didn't address, you can always fish out of. There's actually 4 of them in total, and 1 to the left and right of each player. We'll see. I actually think the Mongols are going to be a little bit better civ here because they can bring in those boars extra fast. I actually have to toggle over to the other screen because I need to read the chat. So you're going to hear the amazing intro created by Hardy again. So my bad about that, but here you go. Alright, so I believe Mio is going to be going for the TC there. And that secures him that wood line, which is good. It's amazing he's trying to lure in his deer, even though he does have the boars and everything available to him. But, you know, do as much as you can, really. Meanwhile, it looks like Slam, he's bringing in his boar. What is he up to? I do not see him going elsewhere for a TC just yet. Has he gone for the dock again? I don't see him going for the dock. He does have some deep fish here he could use over here. Of course, deep fish he can use. All players do. I'm not sure where his wood is, but the thing is, it's a castle age start, so he could definitely start piling on the pressure. And this is a really, really exposed map for both players, so I think Castle Age aggression is certainly going to be a lot stronger than it was last game.
Hey, Mom!
Oh, gosh.
The meatloaf! We want it now!
Happy BIIIIIRTHDAYD.
Yeah, thank you, Smarthy. I appreciate it. I'm really bad at, like, accepting donations because I don't know how to say thank you without sounding awkward. So thank you guys. Seriously, I really appreciate it. It's really helpful. It's really amazing. Anyway, so Slam is doing something interesting here. He's going over to stone. I wonder if he is going to put a TC on this stone, or if he's going to build a mining camp and try and put a castle up. And even if he does build a TC, which I assume he will do, it would be interesting if someone would go forward with a castle, because this map's so open. I guess we'll see. But right now, level 1 villagers for both players. Again, kind of a boomy start for both players. And yeah, kind of close to hard to call at this point. Now, I noticed last time you had to get bow saw. I'm not sure how exactly it works, to be honest, because it's feudal age text you get, I believe. So you start with double bit axe, and then you have to get bow saw and heavy plow, and then handcart and things like that. So keep that in mind, guys. But Slam putting up a good TC here. Gonna have access to these deer as Mongols, which is just helpful for him. He's still one behind with Vills, but I think right now he's actually ahead in the town center and kind of waiting to see if the action is going to unfold. Yeah, I don't know who I favor, really. In this open map, I don't really know which civilization I would favor. Goths or Mongols. I feel like in the late game, you can make a case for either. You know, Mongols are very good late games. They have Goths as well. But because these players are so close together, I don't think it's going to get late game. I still could make a case for either, honestly. Like Goths, we've seen in many situations, if they are able to get the castle up and get anarchy, they're just able to spam those Huskarls. So I think either civilization could be strong here. Mongols, I think, have a little bit of an advantage with like the deer around, with the start. Right now, looks like Millo is ahead with 2 villagers and will probably be going with that next town center right there. That's a really good town center, and has the dock here to snatch up fish. Meanwhile, I'm not sure if Slam actually is gone for the dock, but yep, there we go, he's going for it. She's going to be a little bit behind with the fishing, but he already has the extra town centers, so it just, you know, pick your poison. You want to get the town center first, or do you want to get the dock first? I think right now, as far as economy goes, it looks as though Mia's a little bit ahead as far as timing's concerned with the vills and the fishing ships, but it's all down to eco balance in the end. And look at this. Look at this. Huge stone walls going up from Slam. And I wonder if he'll complete them, because there is still one scout out here that could easily pick off this villager. And maybe that villager will be the one that comes out here to wall this off. But Slam's going to try and stone wall this. And we could maybe see transports, which would be really rare, but that'd be interesting. But I think Slam wants to just boom up as much as possible and just try and take this in the Imperial Age with whatever technologies he has at his disposal. I find that really interesting. He's actually fish booming an awful lot. He has docks in both ponds here, and we only see just a dock right here from Millo. But Millo's now behind by 2 villagers. He's also only ahead with, gosh, I can't even call it. He's level now. Just small differences. And he's going over with a dock here as well. But has he scouted the walls? Well, he might not be able to. He might not be able to. He's gonna try and run away. He has glanced and he's seen that stone wall, so he might know what's going on. He might just be able to guess. And he's gonna know shortly. That's for sure. Yep, there you go, stone walls. You know what's up. And Slam's gonna finish this off. That scout is going nowhere. So Slam's approach is probably going to be go Elite Mangadai. I suppose you could go Champion, but still, you just never want to go Infantry versus Goths. Because Goths can just outproduce you. So you got to go Elite Mangadai. Maybe get some meat in front of that. Oh, Mio's just getting Bowsaw. That's a huge difference. He's just getting it now. And I assume it's a real easy thing to forget. Because you're just not used to this setup. But that is a huge, huge deal. That scout will probably go down. Slam has an idol there. I don't know if he realizes that. Alright, so I'm just comparing the ecos. Slam's getting handcart now. He feels really safe behind these walls. He's going with castle. And the interesting thing is, oh gosh, he's going with the castle as well. He is. They're actually out of range. Both these castles are going to go up. But what I was going to say before I saw those villas going forward is Slam could delete a house and send Elite Mangadai out, or just Mangadai in the castle age and raid, because this map is so open. And that'd be really nice. It's a lot easier than raiding with Huskarls. Yeah, I agree. Nobody. It would be really silly to go with infantry versus Goths in this matchup. You definitely want to be going with Mangadai and getting some meat in front. Yep, there it is. I was gonna say, where's the dead villager? It looks like Slam's picked off a vill as well, and he's gonna finish off that wall on the right-hand side now. Huskarl's coming out. We'll see if Mio's actually able to get through the house here. It's still on half HP. We are gonna see Mangadai coming out from Slam, but he's gonna have to be careful until he masses them. The Huskarls are quite strong. No, nobody's lurking out there, and he's like getting hyped for the Goth power, but I don't think it's gonna happen. The walls are just gonna be able to stop the Goths pretty easily here. Slam's doing the right thing. He's on his way up to the Imperial Age, as is Mio here, and Barracks is actually coming up from Slam, probably just to... What's going on here? I'm just focusing on this, but Barracks probably coming up so he can get an archery range and get Thumb Ring. At this point, Slam's going to be going with 2 castles shortly. Has he scouted that stone? Oh, he hasn't scouted this stone out here. That could be a huge deal. He's not going to have access to probably 2 more castles if he doesn't see this. But, yeah, he's definitely going to be going for Mangadai here. Mangadai Hussar. Now, I would really like to see a Petard bust here. I would really like to see that. Well, there is actually more stone out here from Slam. He had it walled out, but he's just going to quickly create some more walls. Thank you for the birthday wish, JTFSC. Appreciate it, man. Meanwhile, still relatively close game. I mean, Mio has extra vills, but he's down a fishing ship. I think Slam's in a better position with his walls to defend because he's a ranged unit that can fire over top the walls. We're likely going to see Trebs, though, to fire upon the castles, but I could be wrong there. And, oh, whoa, oh, Slam, do you see that? I didn't see it, but yeah, there's no way he's going to miss that. There's no way he's going to miss that. There's a transport, but gosh, you got to be able to realize there's outposts there, Mio. Look at that. You see the outposts. Why are you building the barracks there? Oh, and the Mangadai are coming out from Slam, and Slam is going to GG these vills. He's going to GG these vills, and he'll deny the second barracks, I think. That was a really good attempt, but now Slam's going to be looking for that. Oh, that was unfortunate, really. Well, not even unfortunate. That was stupid. It was stupid. Just place him here. You don't need to run out there. Just be sneaky. Lay him right there. You're on the other side. I don't understand it. But who knows? Who knows? Now, Huskarl's coming out. I mean, expected, right? Keep in mind, Slam could transport as well if he needs to. I don't think that's his play at this point, though. But it looks like Mio is expecting it. Prep, like I said, probably going to be coming out attacking these castles. But there's already 2 traps here for Slam and only 1 coming out for Mio here. Kind of rough for him. He doesn't have elite Huskarl, so he's going to need his castle. And I think he only has one. So is he waiting for the Elite Huskarl upgrade? Yup, there we go. He's getting Elite Huskarl upgrade now. He should be able to get it. There's only 2 trebs. He has enough villagers over here to stall, but this is definitely a mess. Definitely a mess. He's housed at this point. He'll get it. Maybe keep it up. I don't know if he has perfusion at this point either. Maybe he will just continue. Oh, he's getting conscription right after. You know. Alright, just keep repairing the castle until we get all the researches in. He's also going to run out of stone here as well, which is a real problem. And there you go. He might not get conscription. He might buy stone as well. I don't know if he has a market. He does have a market. Is he going to be able to buy? No, he's not going to get conscription. That's messy stuff. But he does have Elite Huskarl now. Alright, so Slam is doing what Slam has been doing, and he's just soaking up the map with villagers, just booming up, collecting all the resources. He found that stone now. Mio says, open up some so we can fight. No. Slam says, I'm scared. But Slam's doing the right thing. I mean, he's doing the right thing with his civilization here. He's hiding behind his walls. He's massing his Elite Mangadai. And he's going to get all the technologies and probably go into a couple other unit lines here. If the castle was still here from Mio, if he still had the castle, he could have made P-Targe and just busted through and ran in with Huskarls. Like, that's huge. He doesn't have the castle. And also, he could have made the P-Targe earlier as well. But he's going to try and transport them 5 at a time. 5 at a time. Oh, man. I mean, if he had the barracks here, it could have been much more effective. Oh, and Slam might see that as well because the Huskarls were going towards the... Yeah, I mean, there you go. Not going to be hard to see because the transport's right there next to the wall, and Slam might run it. Yep, Slam knows what's coming. He really does. And Elite Mangadai aren't too bad versus Huskarls when they're massed. But you need a ton of them, and this is not the best matchup here for Slam, so he's going to have to definitely send some units over. And there they come. But look what Slam's doing. Just walking forward with castles, and he has a lot more stone available to him as well, so he could maybe just walk all the way to the edge of Mio's map. Castles at this rate. But there you go. Mangadais are here, and they're going to be able to clean those units up. Slam needs to be careful with his TC there, as those Huskarls can kill a lot of villagers. And Huskarls continuing to just transport over, which is really funny to me. But Slam is scared of this. Slam really is. He's continuing to wall off now. He's really scared of this. He does not want to take a bad fight. And oh, Huskarl's coming into the castle here, and this is where Slam needs his Elite Mangadai. He's going to repair it though, and the thing is he's going to have a lot of castles firing upon the Huskarls. So I think Mio's going to have to go back. That was really interesting. I mean, there's just nothing Mio can really do against these walls. Fortified wall now coming in for Slam. But finally the barracks have come across for Mio, so he's landed. He's going to build, and he really needs some siege. But those fortified walls are going to be strong. And another castle from Slam. Oh my gosh. How many castles? He's at 4 castles now. I feel like he has more than that for some reason. Maybe it's because they're all in the same spot here. He's going to have 5. And he'll probably have 6, 7. I mean, 8, 9. He has so much stone coming in. The Huskarls coming out now. There's going to be a lot of Huskarls. There's going to be a ton of Huskarls. And there they are. I'm just waiting for Slam to add some Hussars in or something in front of these Elite Mangadai, because things could be really bad for him. But right now, maybe he seems content hiding behind his walls. Another castle up. It's going up for Slam. Oh gosh!
The meatloaf! We want it now!
Trush alert, woo 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 woo, get wrecked, oh my dog, STFUO, and happy birthday, bye.
Thank you, SMB. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the donations today, guys. Appreciate it. It actually sounds really nice when the text-to-speech bot says woo woo woo. Sounds really, really clutch. But he's really committing here. And there's a lot of Huskarls. He's killing a lot of Huskarls, but he's also really, really risking a lot here. Going back, but look at the amount of Huskarls on this side, and finally the siege then for Millo. As he's trying to take out these castles. Now, there's finally a castle. That's also another thing to point out. Finally a castle here from Millo to be able to do this. It took him a lot of time to do that. Oh, but look at this, the sneaky Mangadai here from Slam. He's gonna take out the Treb, and he's just gonna run right back to his castle. That was cheeky, man. That was cheeky. That was clutch. That was clutch from Slam. Clutch plays, and he's also back on this side, and he's gonna try and push in. He's finally getting Hussar. He has capped Ram as well, so if he wants to apply some pressure with Siege, he finally can. I actually think Slam is doing an excellent job at stalling, but in come the Huskarls here, and finally another Treb, and they just can't get past these walls. And with the Elite Mangadai behind, they will eventually focus down these Elite Huskarls. It is really, really hard. Oh, but look at the play here. Did he really gate in his Elite Mangadai? At least most of them. I can't believe that's insane. That's insane. It's at 127 HP. And he just placed a gate there and hit right between that and the Siege Workshop. That was awesome. That was awesome. And, you know, we're focusing on both sides, but that's beautiful from Slam. That is clutch plays from Slam. It's looking bad for Mia right now. It's looking really bad. Still waiting for the Trebs to come out. And look at this. 5 HP. Slam's still trying to go out here and pick off these Trebs, and he's going to go out again. We know what's going to happen. There's nothing Millo can do to stop it. And I don't even think a Mangadai is going to go down here. Yep, going down. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, Nimino. I'm thinking about it. So, Elite Mangadais, they're going back. And it's interesting that Parthian Tactics actually wasn't researched that entire time for Slam. I don't know if he forgot it. I knew he had thumb ring, so he had the range. Who knows, but Hussar's finally coming in as well. I mean, he had the research. He's going to send capped Rams this way for sure, Slam, and he's going to try and clear out these barracks, but it's going to be difficult to do because the Goth spam is hard to deal with. Every time, this is amazing, honestly, from Slam. Every time there's a Treb, he just sends his Mangadais out, picks it off, and runs back into his castle. It has to be so annoying to be Millo right now. But it's so fun to watch. It's so fun to watch. He's just hitting and running, and here we go. Another big fight, I think, for Slam. He has the Hussars here in front. He's putting up another castle. He's actually sacrificing a lot of bills. Oh, but those Huskarls are getting in close, and there's a lot of military now for Millo. Slam has to be careful. I don't see any units coming out of these barracks, though. The castle's only being built by 2 villagers, but it's going to go up, and there's more coming out now. Capgram's coming in. Back on the other side, it actually looks like Millo's just getting desperate. He's going to try and get in. Oh, is the gate going to open up? Is the Husker? Oh, that was so cool. Oh, I thought the Mangadai was going to go through. Oh, that was so close. That could have been like some CBA action there, where you run underneath with your Huskarl and put it on stand ground, and oh, stop tempting me. Stop teasing me. Do it. That would be so sweet. Just a flank Slam. But it's not going to happen, apparently. Right now, it looks like Slam is sending his units through. And he's going to take out these barracks at this rate. He has more castles going up. He's at 6 right now. He's going to be at 7. And he's going to send in these capped Rams. I just don't know what the game plan really is at this point. I don't know what the game plan is for Millo. Like, he has to do something. Maybe it's all in these barracks. We should probably check, shouldn't we? Not enough. Not enough, for sure. He doesn't have enough here. Everything's pretty much back at his main base. I think he's gonna lose this here. So he has things here. Why hasn't he tried to petard this open? Yeah, why hasn't, at this point, he needs a power play, right? I feel like he should just make a couple petards. I believe it's 3 for a fortified wall. Bust this down and just wreak havoc in Slam's eco, because Slam has everything on the left-hand side. Just, I mean, all of these villagers would go down, or at least have to run. That is something he needs to do. But instead, he's going to try and transport. Ooh, look at that. Slam with the, I assume, a sneaky transport himself. Nah, of course not. He's a gate there, stupid T90. So we're going to see Hussars come out from Slam, and he's going to try and raid eco himself. That may get cleaned up because it looks like we have units coming over, but this probably being cleaned up right now from Millo, and Slam just doing an excellent job with his civilization this game for sure. Oh, and Hussars coming in. How did they get in? Right through another gate. Of course, he's going to run in and pick off a ton of vills. He's going to focus down the vills. I mean, the Hussars really mean nothing to him on this side of the map. As far as like killing Huskarls, they were just basically a meat shield on the other side. So kill as many vills as possible, and there's so many villagers underneath his TC as well. It's insane. He's gonna just continue to run through, focus down economy. Over here,
Yes.
Slam's trying to save this villager, and that's what they were talking about in the chat, but he was unable to. But Slam is going to keep these stables pumping right now. This is looking like Slam's game more and more. He's continuing to pump the units out on this side and take out the barracks, and there is the GG, and good luck next round. Fun game. I feel like, I mean, it was short, of course. It was what, like a half hour, 45 minutes of our time? I don't know. But that was exciting. And I think that Slam did everything he needed to do in every situation with his civilization. Again, what I said in the beginning of the first game, the best players, they're more macro players. They're more defensive players. That's what they do. And that's what Slam did best here. I feel like in this game, it was really disappointing to see all these Huskarls do nothing for the most part. Would have been nice to see a Petard, see them run into Slam's base and cause some problems, but Slam's base was pretty much untouched. So, all right, there's the GG, and there's the 2-0 guys. So we're finished, believe it or not, with those games.